Hi, everybody. Welcome to Be the Cause of Life on Purpose. It's Friday, and today's word is be the cause of celebration. I smiled this morning when I saw this because I don't have a really good relationship with celebration. It's been a kind of elusive word for me. And I also smiled because I was remembering one of my coaching clients who, after a few sessions, said to me, I don't really have any relationship to this word celebration, and it actually is kind of annoying when you keep asking me what I'm celebrating and what my wins are for the day. And that led us to a wonderful conversation, and truly it was in the roots of her culture and what she'd grown up with as a child and a young adult, and on her way to young adult and adult. And it turns out that the opportunity for recognizing achievement of a milestone or being acknowledged by another for something that has been achieved, or in a way we contributed to each other, the kinds of things that we celebrate in ordinary life in the way that most people think about that word, for her were dependent on whether she believed it or not. Like, was it something in her heart of hearts that she felt connected to, and that the notion of celebrating had sincerity and authenticity to it? And it occurred to me that I had that shared value. And in my own life, celebrations didn't mean much to me either. I was born in August, and so either all my friends were away with their families or our family was away. And so birthday celebrations were one of those things that I kind of dreaded, and never really let myself have a big old birthday party until I turned 40. And then I had one that lasted 3 days. What I know is different about it is that birthday celebration was a claiming for me of who I am and what I love in the world and what matters to me and the people that matter to me. We had a fundraising element to it to give back into our local community. Now that celebration was in recognition of how amazing it is to be alive and to have the deep gratitude for all the abundance that I'm able to celebrate in my life. And I realized that celebrations are along a spectrum from very small, appreciating that I have my health, that I'm breathing, that I'm in a warm space, to extraordinary accomplishments being something that we acknowledge each other when they occur, and everything in between. And that this lesson that my client taught me, and that was in me, but I kind of took it for granted, was that it has to have its roots in something genuine and something authentic and something that is in alignment, or we might say congruent with the core of who I am. That another's act of celebrating to me, if I'm not feeling celebratory, often can be very off-putting. And so the second thing I learned was it's important to check in and find out and be curious about how another person is perceiving something that's occurred, and whether they're in a celebratory relationship to it or not. So that's the practice for today, to notice when you're feeling celebratory and whether or not you take a moment to acknowledge it, and when for yourself, and when you're feeling celebratory for another, to ask the question, what experience are they having before simply effusively celebrating with them? So that's all for today. Happy Friday, everybody. We won't be here on the weekend. We'll be back on Monday with my colleague Sarah Graves, and I will see you next Friday, as I will be away on the East Coast. Take good care, all. Until we see you again, be the cause of life on purpose.